Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and today we get to continue Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. It's been a hot minute since I played this game again. It has been a long time and I feel so bad. I've been so caught up in God of War, honestly. I've been playing it non-stop. We're only on part 4 of this series and I feel awful about that. I am not planning on dropping this series at all. I want to finish this game. I'm definitely planning on playing games in between this series. It's not like the only series on this channel because it is a slower paced game and I feel like these episodes are really fun to listen to instead of watch. It's sort of something to maybe put on in the background. I love this game a lot. It's very relaxing as much as it is unsettling at times. It's just really well made and you can tell they put a lot of effort into this game and a lot of passion went into it. I love the music especially. I know I've said it before, and the art style. Those are probably my two favorite things about this game, that and the stories that we hear. I do really miss this game. I miss meeting characters, I miss hearing stories. It's such a good time when I play this game. It's so relaxing. I don't feel that pressure that I do when I record for God of War, although I love recording for that game. This one is definitely more laid back and I don't feel like I'm gonna mess up everything if I do something wrong, which is nice. A lot of people want me to play like story-based, sort of like choose your own adventure type games like Until Dawn or Life is Strange, and I have played both of those games before, so that's why I haven't yet. But also for them, I feel such an amount of pressure because, you know, if you choose the wrong option, that's on you, and it can totally screw up a story and a playthrough, and that really terrifies me. But there is a new game that recently was released called Tell Me Why, by the same people who made Life is Strange, I think. Don't Nod, is that what it's called? Which looks really interesting, and I love to play it. I don't even know if it's released for the PS4 yet, though. So if anyone knows where I can play that, let me know. I just went off in a tangent. In the last episode, we ran into a few new characters. One was named Franklin. He was a bellhop, I think. No, he was part of a train crew, and he was really happy and excited about his job, and he made me really happy. And he was fun to talk to. We also met Althea. How do you say her name? Althea? I don't know. But she was basically, she was a retelling of the story. I don't know what it's called, but there was a guy who wanted to play the guitar and wanted to play the blues so bad that he sold his soul like to the devil at a crossroads, and he was able to play guitar better than anyone. I don't think that's completely accurate, but it did remind me of that story. I have heard it before. I remember hearing it when I used to watch Supernatural. Yes, they did retell that story on there. So I wonder if she's sort of a different version of that. But yeah, I hope we can talk to her again. She was really cool to listen to. I liked her voice a lot. Maybe we can hear her sing at some point. I think that would be really cool. I'm happy with taking my time with this game. You guys seem to enjoy it, but it's definitely not like a pressure like upload all these faster like God of War. So I feel a lot more relaxed playing this game, and I'm ready to hop back into it. So let's not waste any more time and let's get back into this game because I've missed it quite a bit. I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground. Okay, we're back in this game. The music, of course, is beautiful. Okay, did we even go into Nashville? I don't think we did, so let's do that. Nashville, this is a tired city, but things are changing, locals say. For instance, the local full-size replica of the Parthenon was recently rebuilt. Huh, you mosey down that way for a look. Is that how you say it, Parthenon?
From the windows of the store, you can hear a radio, turned all the way up, tuned to the Grand Ole Opry show being played across town. Two young girls sit outside listening to the music. Suddenly, it cuts off, and they howl in protest.
It's been so long since I've heard that voice. Let's talk to the girls.
Despite their obvious vexation, neither of the girls seems inclined to enter the store to see why the broadcast ceased. They seem to be preparing to leave on their bikes. When you approach, one says,
Don't bother. Always stops Exactly this time, every week.
Always?
The other one, matter-of-factly, says,
That's when he died.
and before you can ask anything else, they've ridden away.
Speaking of
The
store.
window is so grimy you can barely see through the glass. But it's obvious there's nothing to see anyway. It's dark and empty. There's certainly no radio, nor any people. Just a lot of sad dust, marked where the furniture used to stand. Old memories, carted away.
Okay, the music haunted store. That's freaking. Why is everything so creepy in this game? It can never just be, oh, little girl's listening to music. No, he died in the store. Okay, you wander the streets looking for a way to make cash, look for work. You join a crew of laborers waiting on a street corner. Soon a truck pulls up and everyone jumps in the back. The job's good, one woman assures you. You ride a short way before the truck pulls up behind a factory. Everyone hops out and starts putting on heavy coats. What for? The whole factory is a vast, cold meat locker. You're shivering in only a few minutes. Dragging the carcasses around is hard work, but it only keeps you so warm. Soon your hands are totally numb. Let's keep going. Damn it. You grit your teeth and keep working. By nightfall, you're shaking almost uncontrollably. You're paid in a full day's wages, but it's hardly worth it. Listen, I got so much money now out of that. See? I'm fine. I don't really need any, well, maybe I should eat, actually. Let's see if I really need a train ticket. I'm almost dead. I think it was worth it. Okay, so we went way off course here. I wanted to go back to West Virginia and Virginia, but, I took a car, and that was probably the worst mistake I made in this game because it took me way further out west than I wanted to go. I want to try and finish up the East Coast if I can. So that means going down to Florida and having... Oh my god, there's so much. Going to Virginia, and then down North Carolina, then South Carolina. Then maybe Alabama, but I think I'll just do South Carolina, Georgia, then Florida. This never works out the way I want it to. It's really, really easy to get off course in this game. But that's okay. So let's make sure I'm heading to the East Coast. This is gonna take me a while. You know what? Let me just see. Let's eat real quick. PB&J. There, now my health is full, so I don't have to worry about that. Even though I don't even know, like, what would happen if I lost all my health. But I don't think I want to find out, so... Yeah, let's go to... Oh, there is a guy in Virginia. Maybe we can talk to Quinn again. I miss Quinn. There is a guy right there. The one who's sitting, like, cross-legged. Maybe I could do him and then, like, go like that. I don't know. This is such a stupid plan. Let's go talk to him. Hello? Oh, did I get money? These folks are setting up a cooking tent in the corner of a fairground. Beyond them, bigger tents rise like clouds. You want to make some cash? The manager asks. A long, hot day serving funnel cakes and bussing tables in the dining tents. But you're paid well. Nice. How much money do I have? Oh, I have full money. Full sack of cash, baby. Hello.
The cave is really a man-made hole breaching into an earthen mound. The man, khakis dirtied by kneeling on the rough earth, has assembled a macabre little pile of skulls to the side.
Yeah, that seems great. What are you doing?
Readying these for sale, friend.
He wipes his hands on his pants.
This pile of skulls, clearly claimed from his enemies by an Indian chieftain, would be perfect for any cabinet of curiosities or sideshow attraction.
Why do I feel like he killed them? But why did you dig up a grave?
Why, these skulls belong to no one. They're just here, lying under this mound, waiting for an enterprising soul to make something of them. Isn't this what America's all about?
Look deeper into the mound.
Little sunlight reaches that deep in, but you can still see the skeletal remains, their heads carelessly removed, laying neatly in their excavated resting places, each one lovingly surrounded by stone effigies, earthenware, and copper plates in the shape of winged warriors.
Did he dig up the heads from the graves? Ew. What? Threaten the man.
You pause and consider this small man, greedily arranging someone's remains as though they were a trinket for a mantelpiece.
What an asshole. Tell him to fuck off. Make up a ghost story. As much as I want to tell him to fuck off, I kind of want to make up a ghost story because I think that would maybe scare him more.
It's crude and ridiculous, but he's a crude and ridiculous man. You have him run off the mound, sworn never to tell of what he's seen, for fear of monsters and ghosts. It's a small thing, but a kindness you hope.
Jeez. Grave robber at burial mound. What an asshole. He dug up their bodies just to make a profit off of them. Is that what I'm getting out of that? Because, yeah. I kind of wish I'd told him to fuck off. But no, I'm glad we did what we did because I feel like that would make him more freaked out. It's like, you're gonna be haunted forever now. Okay, I'm sleepy, I guess, but let's go here.
The blistering sun has scared even birds into the shade. But a middle-aged woman and a young couple are still collecting scraps of cotton that the machinery missed. With a ragged voice, the older woman calls to you. Got any water?
No, I don't have to share or sure. Yeah, let's share it.
The three of them rush over to you, suddenly reanimated. They pass around your canteen. When you get it back, it's empty. The woman squeezes your hand and sighs with relief. Sweetest thing I ever tasted, she tells you.
Alright, well, they probably needed it more than me anyway. Oh, let's hear a story. This'll finish up one, right? The waitress at this diner is sharing an outlandish tale with one of her regulars. I heard it from my sister-in-law, she says. It happened to her daughter's friend. It's true. She notices you listening. Hey, have you heard this one before? Which one? She regales you with a story about a whole group of boys who worked themselves to death in a cornfield. Halfway through, you realize it's a story of the boy who died in the fields, where no one could be called to collect his body, but highly embellished. What do you think about that? The waitress exclaims. It's an interesting tale. Sure is, she agrees, and true, every word of it. That one was really sad. It made me kind of upset when I saw that one. 'Cause they literally like posed his body so no one would notice. It was pretty messed up. Okay.
You rest in a field where a well-dressed stranger talks your ear off on all manner of subjects. The weather, fireflies in summer, how combine harvesters work. After a while, the mood shifts.
Heard my death bones this morning.
Let me guess, he's already dead. That's what happens. So many people are ghosts at this point. Death bones.
Heard him rattle like clank, clink, clank. More startling than wind chimes in a tornado.
He plucks dry grass and chews on a piece.
Ain't much time left now.
You seem young. Any family? He's probably sick with something. I don't know. You seem young.
That don't matter. I'm fine. Got my savior waiting at the pearly gates.
The man shifts uncomfortably.
At least I do as of this afternoon, I hope. Nearly knocked the pastor's door down earlier.
I can just nod. He probably felt like his time was coming, so he went to church to be like, I don't know. Nod.
Sure was good to meet you.
The man pauses, rubs his chin in contemplation.
Don't Don't let the bedbugs bite.
He walks off slow. After his silhouette becomes small in the horizon, but before he vanishes, you see him collapse to the ground.
Poor dude. The man who seemed alright with death. Oh, that's really sad. He just kind of sat there and talked to me about everything he wanted to talk about before he died. Now I'm kind of sad. Okay, let's move on. What's this?
You emerge from the underbrush and find yourself at the edge of a field. A farmhouse sits at the other end. Close by, a large family is tending to the plants together. They pause and regard you, almost nervously.
Hello there?
The grandmother asks.
Hello.
The family is almost too nice to you. When you ask for water, they don't even let you walk to the pump by the house. A child runs back to the shed for a folding chair, and they serve you lemonade in a glass among the lettuce heads.
Oh my god, did you hear my stomach? Holy shit. I wonder if that picked up on the mic. I hope not. Very kind.
Halfway through your glass, you notice someone moving furtively down by the house. The cuffs of his white shirt are stained red. The father sees your look and shifts to block your view. His eyes are bright, and his teeth are bared in something like worry.
How do you like your lemonade?
It's great.
His wife arrives with a bag full of sandwiches for you,
I lost health.
and the whole family ushers you back into the woods, waving, wishing you well. You take one look back over your shoulder. The man by the wall is gone.
What the hell? Farmers who gave me lemonade. Yeah, that's all that was. What the hell? Did they keep a man prisoner? Or was he like the head of the house and he was like abusing these people? I don't think that's the case. I think they were keeping someone in their house as like maybe like a slave. I have no idea. This is Alabama after all. No offense, Alabama. Let's visit the campsite. Meet a new person. Shaw. Down in the Valley of the Shadow.
I take a look at you and figure we're heading to the same place. You've been walking a long time, same as me, trying to find where you fit.
Yes, sir.
You ever wonder if that place don't exist? No shame in it, I do. Plenty of time I wonder if I'll just walk forever.
He's got a very relaxing voice. I like it.
You start to wonder, how did I get here? When you're alone, all you have is all this time. Time to trace the lines back to where things started. But anyway, you know any good true tragedies? I feel like one of those tonight.
I like his voice. So anything that's tragic, or like if I talk about love, if I tell a story about like love, he'll mention something about love in his life. That's what I've realized so far. Not 100% great at telling stories yet, but he wants a tragedy, right? Yep. Sadness. Tell the story of the elegant woman and... No, that wasn't very sad. Okay. Let's tell the story of Mason's loss. Or actually, tell the story of the whole group of boys who worked themselves to death in a cornfield. It's sad.
Body and soul. Change. When I was a young man, it took a while for me to accept that all things change. When I did, I leaned into it hard. Sometimes you need to salt the earth to get where you need to go. So, tell me a sad story. Sad and true, okay?
He really wants a sad story. I just told you a sad story, bro. Talk about... So, also, another thing is that if I tell a story from any of the characters, like any of the characters that name me, any of their stories, they'll like it no matter what, because I can focus on different parts of their story. So like if I told them about Quinn's stories, adventures, it'll just focus on like what section they want from it. So that's really handy. So tell the story of John Chapman, his orchard, and his dog in the Northeast. That was pretty sad. His dog died.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Wishes come true. My father was born a slave, died free. I was born free, and as a young man, I still felt like I was dying a slave. You got any good happy stories? Where things work out for someone, maybe?
All these characters need to pick me up, you know? I don't really have many of those. All my stories are kind of sad in a way. Tell the story of the strange woman who shared a moment with you during the eclipse. That was pretty happy. We had a little kiss.
Good to hear a story that's more happy than the world really is. Nice to escape. Well, as far as love stories, I mostly love work. Working the land felt natural. It felt good. It was the work itself, the labor, the sweat, and knowing that I could point at it and say, that's mine. But tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen out there so far?
Oh boy, do I have the story for you. I have so many. What's a thrilling story? Thunderbird people? Maybe.
Now that's a story to keep a man on the edge of his seat. No one would say my father was free. Sometimes I think about whether my father would find my life all that different from his. So, tell me a sad story. Sad and true, okay?
Okay. Again. I can't tell the story of Mason's loss because I already used up that category. So let's talk about Franklin's travels. Focusing on the tragic parts. Yep.
I hear you. There's some sadness out there. Things get took from you. You realize that things get took from you. You ain't never owned them in the first place. That's a dark place. Here's the sun. I got to get going. My route goes up this way, but I sure did enjoy talking to you. It's probably the kind of story you've heard a million times. Down on your luck, need work, take whatever you can get. How about you? Does my life sound familiar?
I really liked talking to him. He was really cool. Shaw's Life and Times. Huh. I'll have to visit him again because he was really cool. He just had a very relaxing voice. Very easygoing tone to him. Okay. So, I need to go to the East Coast and north. Oh, but I can finish the story here. Okay, let's do that first. I'm so hungry. Okay, it's your story. Okay, we just saw this, so I'll just kind of skip through it. She regales you with the story of the apple orchard planter who planted 10,000 trees. Halfway through, you realize it's the story of John Chapman, his orchard, and his dog, but highly embellished. Okay, yeah, so that one was improved upon, I guess you could say, because I had just told it to Shaw there. So that's really interesting. I have to remember like which ones I want to improve are the ones I want to retell. So this episode's gonna be very, very chill and laid back. I feel like I'm definitely a lot more quiet in this episode, and I'm sorry about that. Enter Atlanta. I don't think we've been here yet, have we? Atlanta's suffering, you can tell. Even before this depression got started, crops were failing and farms were closing. Now everyone's looking desperate. Well, let's explore.
You find yourself in a poker game on the third floor of the Winecoff Hotel. Sometimes these things just happen.
Yeah, remember last time we went in a card game? It didn't work out
The
well.
man with the burned face to your left, he never gave his name, growls at the smiling man seated on your right. You ain't got the stomach. I killed men for lessons in that pot. Smiler plays on and takes the hand. The burned man bares his teeth.
Deal.
This hand comes down to the burned man and Smiler. Walk away, boy, says the burned man. Smiler drops his grin. Ain't your boy, Roy. Roy's eye twitches. Smiler outplays Roy again, and a new hand comes around.
Look at my cards.
You've got an okay hand. Not a world beater, but not nothing.
Play cautiously.
You play your hand well and push Smiler into folding. You scrape a good number of chips into your pile. Roy's preoccupied and has to be nudged into dealing. You finally hit a decent hand.
Ugh, God, I always regret. I'm gonna regret this. Make it count.
Roy is still staring at Smiler. What'd you say your name was?
I didn't, but it's Jackson.
Jackson, repeats Roy. I knew a Jackson once. There's a fierce look in Roy's eye.
Let's see him. Let's see your eyes. Show me the fierce look.
You played it just right. You take the hand and the lion's share of the chips on the table. Smiler cusses. Roy cashes out and slips away. You play a few more rounds, but that hand practically sewed up the game.
Nice.
As you leave the hotel, you smell smoke. You cross the street and look up. Flames have engulfed the third floor, where you played the game. The fire spreads hungrily. People are leaning out of windows on the floors above, but you can't see any way to help.
What? Fire after a poker game at the Winecoff Hotel. Jeez, did they set the place on fire? Because I won? Bro, what the hell? Well, at least I got money, although I didn't really need it. I don't need to earn money either. So let's not do that, because I'm full on that. And I don't know if maybe I'll need money soon, so. Okay, we're on the right track. Let's keep going and then go, yeah, back to Virginia. Because I'm making a decent bit of progress with the stories. Okay. Nice. Let's listen to this story.
He's small for his age. Boy of 13 or so, sitting on an upturned bucket by the side of a tiny wedge of farmland. The dog, as though by contrast, is massive, an enormous yellow-brown mutt. He's called Rover, the boy explains.
Pa says he can't come with us.
He's so cute. Where?
West.
You notice the Model A truck on the yard, piled high with furnishings and trunks and bags and knots of rope to tie it all together. And upon all that, too, yet more dust and grit.
Pa says it has to be better.
Why can't Rover go?
With one toe tip, he scratches a parabola on the dead, dry ground.
Pa says we can't afford to feed Rover no more.
You can't tell where the blonde of the dog's coat ends and the omnipresent dust begins. Same goes for the boy's hair.
Will you take him?
I want to take the dog. You can't, or you should. I want to.
Rover follows you eagerly after you feed him the tiniest sliver of jerky. But a few hours later, he snaps to attention. as though hearing some distant noise your ears can't catch. The last you see of him are the markings left by his dirty pelt on the leaves of the underbrush.
Man, the boy and his dog. That one's sad. I wanted to keep the dog. It would be so much better if I was wandering around the US with a dog by my side. That would be great. Man. Maybe he heard the boy calling to him again. Wishful thinking, I guess. I love the art for that one, though. Oh, we're here. We're in North Carolina, I think. Yeah. Nice. This is where I want to go. Okay, now I can go up. I'll grab that story, too. What's this? Search. Did I just lose cash? Need some cash? A man asks. He just moved in down the street and needs help carrying boxes from the curb into his house. Threw my back out this morning, he sighs. Lift with your legs, that's my tip. You take his advice and he pays you well. Oh, I guess I earned money. I thought I saw it leave, but I guess not. Okay, search.
He sings as he works, his voice warm and soft as the late afternoon sun. The air's sweet with the tang of recently cut sugar cane. There's a practiced, almost soothing precision to the way he works. He looks up and nods hello.
Hello, greet the man.
Making molasses, he says to your unasked question. I sell the blackstripe in town. Farmers use it for feed. Bitter as hell. He grins.
It smells strange. I'm not gonna taste it. It smells strange.
I don't know the shit no more. I've been doing this a while. I keep back a few bottles to share. I don't charge neither. Folks around here need what they can get. Makes a mean loaf of bread. He nods at the barrels. I'm about done filtering. Got to boil it next. Lend a hand?
His voice. Happy to help. I don't really need the money right now.
You help him haul the barrels over to the metal boiler. You pour in the juice and set the fire. It's hot work. He fetches water and dark bread, and you share the small meal and a smile. It's good to find another who takes joy in honest labor.
That was sweet. It's nice to, the man who made molasses. It's nice to run into someone who isn't, like, trying to kill you. You know?
A family of 9 invites you into their home for a meal. Hogs roam free in the yard. They wallow in shady patches of cool mud, not paying any mind as you pass.
There's a tiny little house for 9 people. Eat with the family.
During supper, the hard wind puts an awful burden on the walls. The glass dishes rumble on the table, but the mother seems calm.
Can't butcher a hog in these parts without me, Ma, hollering for pig's feet.
Ghosts, or could we share? I don't know what that means. Ghost?
The mother raises up her shoulders into a stern posture.
I teach my children to only fear the Lord. We don't have haints, just me, Ma.
Okay. Family of pig farmers. Alright, lady. I'm sure Meemaw is just hanging out. Won't bother you. It's your story. Okay. Yeah, we've seen him before. Oh. The Thunderbird people. I didn't even read it. Shit. People who fly when they fall from heights. Huh. It's a great story. Okay. Crap. I didn't even see what it was. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so he changed it so that the Thunderbirds fly around now. I guess that's all the way done. Okay. I'm basically right now I'm just swapping out some stories that I think will be better to tell. Let me see. Yeah. So now next time I go to talk to someone, I'll have Oh. Althea's Blues. Okay, she's there, so let me replace one of those with her so I can tell her story if I need to. And then where's Shaw? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so let's yeah, so there he is. So now I have more like useful stories, I guess, because if I can't find a story that they want to hear, I can just tell one of the character stories and I'll be fine. This game is honestly so relaxing. I've really missed playing it. It looks like we're making a decent bit of progress on the East Coast. So now I just have 4 stories to find, and then we'll be done with all of these up here, although the characters are still up there, so it's like, oh my god, there's so much. There's so much. I guess I could visit them whenever I want. Maybe I can just like take a train. That would probably be the easiest way. I wonder how many chapters there are per character. Like, I think I'd be on chapter 3 for Quinn right now because I've met them 2 times. So, let's go here.
Electric lamps stipple the cotton field before you with an orange light, moving like a group of lethargic fireflies. From the field, the voices of the workers reach you in a soulful, united song.
Rest nearby.
You're gently lulled to sleep as the song floats over you. Hello, Lordy, pick a bale of cotton. Hello, Lordy, pick a bale a day.
Doze off.
You're pulled out of your slumber by a woman's pained scream and a collection of shouts rising from the field.
Oh god, focus on the noise.
The woman's screams taper off, soon replaced by the raw cries of an infant. Applause briefly fills the night, eventually fading back into song. Oh, Lordy.
She gave birth. Huh.
You wake up to the gentle crescendo of the worker's song, unsure if it ever ceased at all.
Huh. The dreams in the cotton field at night. Jeez, I thought something was really, really wrong. That freaks me out. Okay, well, all's well that ends well. At least it wasn't anything serious, I don't think. She just gave birth, as far as I could tell. Alright. What's up here? Hello.
Excusez-moi.
Beckoning you over, the woman shows you a letter, beautifully typeset on thick vellum. You're struck by the scent of a fancy department store. She points on the parchment to the address.
This address, you know?
Take a
Her
closer
accent is very thick.
Take a closer look. I forgot he had more to read.
You are dismayed to read the first paragraph. Lorem ipsum dolor sit amet. And the address under the monogram in the letterhead. 12345 Road Street, Anytown, USA. The woman blinks, hopefully, leaning close over your shoulder.
Yes? You know this place?
She asks. Poor woman. She's been tricked.
That sucks. Let her down easy.
This place doesn't exist, you try to explain as loud and slowly as possible.
Of course she exists.
The woman snorts, thumping a fist to her chest. You struggle to make yourself understood, but the poor woman whisks the letter away and stomps down the street. Ah well, c'est la vie.
Man, the mysterious woman with a letter delivery. That's really sad. I wonder who tricked her. Tried to let her know, but she didn't seem to care. Okay. It's the first communion, looks like. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've done this before. Okay, well, I earn money, I think. So that's good. love the music. So relaxing. I can honestly just fall asleep right now. I think I'm still a little sleepy, and that's why I'm not talking very much. I am very sleepy right now. I love this game. We're just whipping through these stories right now.
No fence, gate, or sign marks the entrance to the cemetery. Just a moment ago, you weren't surrounded by graves, and now you are. How long have you been stepping on dead folks, fully unaware?
It's a weeping angel. Observe a grave.
A wood board, bleached white. Unknown. The word was painted on black by a steady hand, each letter signed with a flourish. Whoever made this memorial had more compassion than money.
Hold a moment of silence.
You're already quiet, so maybe it's silly. But you instill that silence with intent. What else could someone do?
Let's be still.
A sparrow calls. Seems birds don't have much respect for the dead. You notice the grave marker isn't dug into the ground, just propped up on a tree.
Straighten the marker.
Looks nicer now. But unmoored as these markers are, this grave in front of this tree, does this memorial even belong to it?
The anonymous grave. It's really weird. Do the markers even belong to the graves? Is that what he was trying to say? That's really weird. I'm super close to this dude. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then when I'm done with him, I can go up and talk to Quinn again. Okay. Hello.
A bus roars up on the road behind you,
Oh my god, that's...
then slows to a crawl at your side. Inside, you can barely see people moving, dancing, swaying. Strings of lights. Strange smoke.
Huh? Do you see them in the window? That's fucking terrifying.
Want a ride?
The driver calls. Before you can open your mouth, a huge hairy hand, like an animal's paw, lands heavy on her shoulder. Not this one, a voice growls, so deep it vibrates your rib cage. The driver shrugs and leaves you in a cloud of perfumed exhaust.
Okay. Strange bus. Yeah, it was a little weird. It was a little weird, I'd say. Okay, that was creepy. What is it with people being freaking weird? There's so many furries around here. There's so many animal people. I wonder if we'll ever talk to the dire wolf again. These fellows are lounging in front of a half-finished office building, taking their lunch break. Hey, one calls, waving you down. Rick was telling us this story. Listen, okay? And you tell us if it's bullshit or not. Sure. Rick, a credulous-seeming fellow, starts telling you a story about the lighthouse lamp, which would only burn in the presence of true love. You realize it's a story of the blessed lighthouse sanctuary where souls in love could find respite, but change in a few major ways. So it's definitely part bullshit, right? But also a little real? It's bullshit, or it's not bullshit. It's not bullshit. Half the group groans. How the hell is that supposed to be a real story? He exclaims the man who waved you down. You're all the most gullible pieces of shit I've ever met. The other half of the group, vindicated, shares a bottle of pop with you. Aw, I miss those lighthouse keepers. They were a lot of fun.
Here's a derelict school building. Shutters nailed shut. Wind-drifted dunes piled against the walls. Broken desks lined up in the basketball court. While you rest on the front porch, the doors open, and someone gives a startled yelp.
This dude is creepy. Do you see his eyes? It's a Terminator. Peer inside.
He's an older man, tidy and unshaven, carrying a toolbox in one hand and brandishing a broom in the other. "Don't squat here," he growls. "We're not abandoned."
Stand your ground.
He gives you a hard look, but relents and joins you in the shade. "I used to teach here," he says, staring off across the baseball diamond. "Now they just pay me to keep the roof up."
Aw. I like that since I stayed, he was just like, whatever, and just sat down with me. Okay.
Two brothers stroll up to you in the street, wearing identical scowls and identical steel-toed boots. One spits in front of you. "Don't stay in town overnight," the other says. "No vagrants after dark."
Assholes. Sleep rough on the road or hide in town? I don't want to get the shit beat out of me. I don't know. Sleep rough on the road,
There's
I guess.
no shelter to find on the road, and the night is cold and windy. You doze fitfully under a bush, but at least you're in one piece come morning.
Yeah, that's all that matters. I feel like it definitely would have been more interesting if I, didn't care and I just went into the building, but, man, I don't want to get beat up again, Okay, let's meet this new guy. He looks like a miner or something from the picture I saw. Little Ben. Aw.
Sorry, friend, but I gotta ask you not to get no closer unless I can see your hands at all times.
Okay, sir.
Look too clean to be one of us. But you don't look like the company sent you, neither.
He is really tiny.
All right, come and share my fire spell. But don't linger. These hills is full of ears. Don't think just 'cause you can't see no one that you're safe.
Okay. Oh, he's kind of goofy. I like him.
And I'll give you cornbread. Don't be so sure of me, neither. Anyway, I need something to laugh about. You got any funny ones?
Sure. Let's talk about Quinn. I just miss Quinn. Focusing on the funny parts. Yep.
You are a pretty funny one, you know that? Travel? Well, next time you take a train, take a peek on up at its beating heart. It's black breath. That's just what a mining man looks like inside him. Coal dust, smoke, and fire. See anything exciting out there on the road? Mostly I just seen dogs.
Oh, I've seen a lot. Trust me, I've seen too much. I am scarred for life. Please help me. Thrilling stories. Tell the story of the woman who studied dust storms near Columbus. That one was pretty cool. I don't think I've told that one yet.
Brings me back.
Nice.
There was a time when me and Big Ben could just enjoy exciting stories like this one. Ah, innocent.
Maybe that was his brother?
Home? I always wanted a little place where I could watch the sky change color, watch the cook fire smoke dance up among the pines.
His smile. He's got some dead eyes that kind of freaks me out.
I need a laugh. Know any good jokes?
He really needs some happiness in his life. Tell the story of the girl with a basket of kittens near Detroit. I mean, she tricked me into thinking she wanted me to kill her mother.
You got some wit, stranger.
I opened the eye all the way.
Joy, huh? You ever hear music in a coal town? Night falls on a Sunday, you hear church singing. Listen for a while, and the cry? Sure enough, it's a cry. Colored folks, harmonicas coming up from one end of it, joining in. Sound of strings from Italy. That type of song has no country. It's the sound of the workers' choir. Got any funny stories? Must have a couple.
Okay, I guess. I like him. He's pretty funny. Okay, let's tell a story of the four identical men born to two different mothers who confuse themselves among each other. I always tell this one, but it's honestly one of the only funny stories I have.
Oh boy, you watch out now, or I'll start chuckling. The past. I remember looking between my mama's ankles down the road. Every evening, she'd be whispering. Still don't know if she were counting the workers or praying about them. See anything exciting out there on the road? Mostly I just seen dogs.
Another thrilling story, huh? Let's see here. Tell the story of the fire after a poker game. That one was pretty cool.
You'd be popular at mealtime where I'm from. You'd keep a whole crew glued, I bet. Fortune? That's what they promise. They tell these men, get on the train. There's work for you on the other end. They say, pack up, bring your families. Come on, earn your keep in the land of the free. So they pack up. These men quite a ways from their home already, and if they make it to the mine town alive, the company tells them, gotta use our tools. We take it out your first month's pay. Train ticket here too. Nothing you get doesn't come from us. First day you go down to work, you might even be in debt already. What can they do but go down all in a line, like beasts, into the dark?
That is really... that sucks. I never really thought of it like that, but it is... I mean, everything that they have, they're being controlled by the government. That this has turned really deep. But yes, I agree with him.
Morning. I gotta get going. Headed up that way. Won't be specific, for my safety and yours. If you want to find me, then do it. Talk again about these things.
Okay.
Cole ain't got no country. No worker neither. Worker ain't Virginian, ain't Christian, white, colored, Irish, Polish, nothing. A worker is a worker. And we all gotta work. If you're one of them, if you think I sound red, you best come out and say so. Get it over with.
Nah, sir, I agree with you. The coal miner. Huh. Yeah, I did like talking to him, actually. Okay. So he actually went right up, right next to Quinn. And that's where I'm heading to right now, so. I don't think I'm gonna talk to him again just because we just talked to him, but I'll have to remember to visit him again. Because I'm moving west, you know? Then it's like, I don't know if I'll be able to see them again. Quinn, I'm coming for you. Whoops. I'm coming, Quinn. Slowly but surely. You move so slow in this game. Did I ever come here? Enter Washington, D.C. Okay, let's do this first. I don't think I did yet. Did I? No. Did I? No. It's hard to look at these shining buildings in the direct sunlight. You feel like an ant crawling among the tombs of giants. And walk away from the monuments, though, you find a city that's a little more human. Huh. Explore.
The mailman's uniform is dated and worn. He sits on the edge of the road, head in hands. He looks up as you approach. Can you help? Car clipped me. I think my legs... well, I'd appreciate it if you could deliver this for me. He holds out a brown envelope.
Yeah, dude.
The letter's addressed to a James Gibson Sr., 120 J Street. But the city stymies you. The blocks run straight from I to K. You stop a man for directions, but he shakes his head and laughs. Someone's playing a joke on you.
There's no J Street.
He probably is, but let's keep looking.
Over here.
A woman in a brown coat overheard your question. She steers you down an alley. Someone's chalked a big orange J on one wall.
I thought Clovis was late. Go left up ahead. Old Man Gibson's the third on the right.
Go on alone.
As you round the corner, the world changes. J Street is a place out of time. Like the city forgot an entire street a century ago and carried on around it, oblivious. Even the noise and bustle of D.C. can't penetrate this little pocket.
That would honestly be glorious to live somewhere like that. It's sort of like Central Park in New York City. For some reason, it's like when you go through Central Park, it's honestly like you're in a whole nother state. It's crazy.
The man who answers is ancient and stooped. He peers at the letter. I think it's from my son. I don't see so well anymore. Will you read it to me? You tear the letter open. It isn't good news.
His son probably passed away. Tell him the truth. It's better than lying.
He fights it, but his face crumbles. Tears roll down his cheeks. It's better to know. I've been waiting a long time for this. His shaking hand takes the letter. Thank you for telling me.
That's so sad. That's so sad. Oh no. Poor guy. I am really glad I told him. That's so sad. Man. Okay, that sucks. Let's buy some scrambled eggs. Fluffy golden mounds. Perfect. And now I can earn some money. Okay. Let's look for work, because panhandling never works, I don't think. You hit 4 factories, but nobody's hiring today. Soon you notice you're cruising around the city with the same loose group of rejected laborers. Coughing men in baggy clothes, women with babies tied to their backs, an older fellow with only one hand. Nobody wants us. After the 5th factory, everyone makes a silent agreement to give up. You sit on the curb across from the factory doors and eat your sad little lunches together in silence. Screw this city, huh? Yeah. Damn it. Okay, now that we went to there, I think this is where Quinn is. I'm like about to die from sleep deprivation. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Oh, I'm only on chapter 2. Wait, what?
Huh, look at you. Well, I didn't know if we'd meet again, but I'm glad we did. Set yourself down here with me and Cass and Flip. Need a drink of water? Need to warm up? Still trying to see much of this country as I can. Folks I meet are sometimes kind, sometimes mean, and sometimes still perplex me. But all of them beats the folks I left behind. How about you? Seen anyone interesting since we last met? I want to hear one of them venturing tales. Got any?
Oh, Quinn, how I've missed you. Okay. Yeah. They already know a lot of my stories. New venturesome tales. Tell the story of the Leatherman who has walked a route across Connecticut for 200 years. Sure. That's venturesome, right?
That was a chuckle to be sure. But do you know anything more lively?
Damn it.
Faith. Well, I ain't the religious type, though I was raised in the Christian way. I reckon I don't see no point to trusting a God what could squash you in an instant. Such a situation don't exactly breed trusting. I want a story that scares me. Now I'm older, almost nobody can do it. Give me your best shot.
Okay. I have a lot of creepy stories. Tell the story of the silent twins around Philadelphia. That one was pretty freaky. I remember that one.
Wow. That's the stuff, stranger. Spooky campfire tales are my favorite. Being trapped, caged. You think beggardom is a prison? No, stranger. Beggardom is freedom. Responsibility is the real trap, wound tight like an old spring. Pride and pretending'll bleed folk dry, and then when there ain't nothing left to be proud of, when they can't pretend no more, they'll unwind. Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
Oh my god, the dog's eye moves. I didn't even notice that. The other dog is completely like dead inside though. Okay, what do you want? A thrilling story. Okay. The last born buffalo near Columbus. That was pretty cool.
Whoa, quite a story, stranger.
I wonder if the other dog is just a statue. Oh no, it does blink. Oh, that's kind of freaky.
In this country, I don't rightly know what this thing called America is. I know what I done been told in school, but the words don't fit the picture.
I think you already told us this.
What with tramping across the whole thing, figure I'll find out for myself soon enough. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Okay. I already told you one. Okay. Tell the story of the white deer up by Buffalo. Was that thrilling? I honestly don't even remember that one. can't remember.
Ain't life got
Oh, yeah.
enough tear-jerkers in it without telling stories like that? Jeez.
Was it sad? I don't remember it being sad.
Freedom? Well, that's what them trains have come to mean to me. Freedom. Crossing a country wider than imagination. I'm in the mood for something real funny like.
Okay. Let's see. They already know a lot of my stories. Joy. Yeah, the girl with the basket of kittens. She was kind of a jerk.
I'll remember that one. A couple good jokes can get you out of a fix sometimes.
Agreed.
Joy. I surely have seen some joyful scenes in my travels. Just a few trains back, I was invited to partake in a harvest by some kindly folk. Had quite the feast, and the dogs got to run around a farm. Wasn't till after I was heading out that I saw the little baby graves.
Aw.
Strange to play stand-in for ghosts. Seems joy's all mixed with sadness these days. Makes my head hurt.
That's sad.
Aw, heck. The night's over already. I sure
Jeez.
enjoyed talking to you, but I gotta get on. I think I'll see what's happening up the road.
Oh, jeez.
Sometimes I surely do wonder what'll become of this land. Folks have been chasing the dream of tying it up for so long. Now they got their wish. Things are worse than ever. Maybe America was never meant to be held in your hand like this.
I thought we already did chapter 2 for Quinn. Didn't we? Am I going insane? Quinn is right near, like, Canada. That's crazy. Okay, well, I guess if I want to talk to Quinn again, I have to go all the way over there. Damn, okay, so now that just about covers the east coast. Let's head down to Georgia and meet this new guy down there. I think that'll be fun. I have to figure out which road to take. It's a lot easier now that I'm paying attention to the compass at my feet. Makes it so much easier. Okay. How do I hitchhike again? Here we go. Please. I need a car. Please. Asshole. What a jerk. Hey. Someone, please. Maybe if I stand directly in the road. Wait. No. Why don't you trust me? What? Am I not completely trustworthy right now? Sir? Hello? Please? Yes, thank you. Okay, yes. Well, shit. So my camera died and I, was apparently dumped not too far from where I started, so let's just hear a story, I guess. Okay, waitress, blah, blah, blah. Okay, guys, here's a story about the shootout between the female bootleggers and the cops. Halfway through, you realize it's the story of the women arrested for bootlegging, but highly embellished. Oh, okay. Huh. That's pretty cool, actually. It's a lot more exciting than it was. Get back here. I need a car. I don't want to walk all the way down to Florida. Wherever I had to go. Georgia? Please? Yeah. Thank you. It's like when I don't want to be riding forever, they take me across the entire country. And then when I want to be riding for a long time, they just dump me. Whoa. All those words crossing over each other. Okay. Dude, what the hell? I didn't want to be dumped here. No, put me back in your car. Give me... Thank you. Can you please drive me further? And not 2 feet? I think this is where I'm supposed to go. As far as I can tell. This is what a peaceful ride. Just me and my pickup truck. Yeah, this car actually took me pretty far. That's awesome. I'm not sure if this is where I wanted to go, but I think it is actually. Where am I? I don't know. I don't even know. There's stories of... Okay, thank you. Thank you, truck driver. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. That was... Oh my god, the camera's broken. Okay, whatever. That was exactly where I wanted to go. Thank you. Yes. Okay. At least he actually brought me to where I want to go. Finally. Okay. There's only like 3 stories in Georgia. So let's do them and then talk to the guy at the campsite. Yeah, these are the same guys. Okay. Hey, Rick. Starts telling you a story about a farmer who hexed young men so they would work themselves to death for him. Oh. You realize it's the story of the whole group of boys who worked themselves to death in a cornfield, but changed in a few ways. It's definitely part bullshit, right? But also a little real. It's bullshit. Half the group groans. The man who waved you down claps you on the back and shares a bottle of pop with you. I swear it's true. It happened, Rick protests. Yeah, Rick. You believe anything you hear. Okay. It's bullshit, but, you know.
First tree in a mile, and it's a stout myrtle with bald branches.
Oops.
No relief from the sun out here. Leaves would help. Someone hadn't replaced them all with dusty glass bottles.
That's really weird. That is really, really weird. Let's rest.
You cool down in the shade. The breeze blows through the bottles, making a series of heavy, hollow sounds. You think about wind chimes and the smell of fresh pies on windowsills.
I guess my character is like relaxed by it, but I think I'd be scared of the bottles like popping off and falling on my head.
The dense sound of many conversations cuts your nap short. There's no one around. Not until you look up at the bottles. They're filled with bright blue orbs, and words echo from them. None seem to notice your presence.
Wow. It's suddenly like storming outside. Okay, I kind of want to listen to the weeping, but we don't have that many funny stories, so let's listen to the laughter.
Can't get enough? Porcelain, chrome, the rusty ones? Gotta turn those sleek faucets. Ever find me in a hardware store, I'm gonna haunt it till the cows come home.
Laughter rumbles inside neighboring bottles.
Wait, what? Wait, the voices were coming from the bottles? Okay. Okay. Why does it always have to be something
We need a
weird?
6th.
She told you, beckoning from the steps of a great dark mansion. And just like that, you found yourself sitting with strangers around a velvet-draped table. Her voice is reedy and high, modulated by the tight collar of her Victorian dress.
Join hands, everyone.
Hold hands.
Your host keeps her eyes closed as she beseeches the spirits of the dead.
Seance?
But everyone else around the table lets one lingering, awkward glance bounce around between them. You sense they're just about done humoring her when it happens. A deep, nasty thump beneath the table.
I wonder if she's tricking us right now. But also, they do a really good job in this game of setting the scene for every story that they tell. Just getting you into, like, the atmosphere of it. It's so good. Hold tight. I don't know. I don't believe her.
The whole table starts to shake, threatening to lift right off the ground. And then, the staid candle flames start flickering like mad, casting ghastly shadows on the walls. And then, a viciously cold wind cuts through the parlor like sharpened ice.
Keep holding.
The damned candles are dancing in midair around you now, singeing a hair here and there off the coiffed heads of these well-heeled guests. You notice your host across the table has her eyes open wider than they should go. A rivulet of blood dripping from her nose.
What the hell? Okay, I can just dip. I kind of want to just leave. I'm gonna lose health, aren't I? Keep holding.
When you come to your senses, sunrise has begun to creep in. The parlor is empty but for you and the woman in the old-fashioned dress, who slumped dejectedly over the table.
He didn't show up. All that sound and fury, and no sign of his spirit.
Okay, the seance. Did she want to summon, like, someone she knew? I think everyone else left. They were like, yeah, I'm out, peace. And I was the only one who stayed. Okay, that's fine. I don't think we've met whoever this is yet. So, let's camp. Jimmy! Oh, it's a
Evening
pastor.
there. You looking for a sermon or just a chat?
His voice. He kind of sounds like Obama. Hello.
Don't really matter, frankly. First thing I ever learned behind the pulpit is that every homily is just a conversation.
Okay.
Ain't as one-sided as you might think either. Preachers ain't shepherds. They're cowboys. They gotta run with the flock, keep them directed without fencing them in.
Okay.
So how about you take a seat and guide us somewhere?
Okay.
Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
Sure does. Alright, I got, hey preacher, would you like the satanic symbol? The devil. I'm sure you want to hear about that. Tell the story of the rider in the woods around Philadelphia. That one actually did freak me out.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one. Bondage? Yeah. Met my daddy's daddy once.
Bondage? That's my cake. I need to stop.
One time is all I needed to know that some chains ain't ever coming off you. Don't matter what sort of proclamation a white man in a suit makes. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
Again. Okay. Okay, that's fine. You know what? Tell the story of the red creature in a fur coat in Detroit. That one was pretty... That was pretty freaky.
Oh, you could rattle a congregation's bones, I bet. Luck? Forget about luck. Think about necessity. See, you focus on luck, you end up dreaming about what-if scenarios. But ain't nothing promised. You hear me? Instead, think on what you know you can do, what you have to do, and learn to do it right. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
Okay. Again? Sure. He really wants a freaking scary story. Tell the story of the bull who terrorized travelers on the road by Charleston. I guess that was maybe more exciting or thrilling.
Oh, come on, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Authority? People look to me for leadership, but I tell them that real leadership comes from community. The best preachers are cornerstones, not prophets. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
Okay, exciting story. This guy's kind of a jerk. Oh, let's just tell a story about the Leatherman again. Why not?
Different
What?
folks have different senses of humor, I suppose.
You didn't want a funny story.
We all got faith. Every day we stride out into the world, that's faith. Faith that our time alive is limited, and that we must act during our hours and minutes on earth.
I suppose.
Faith that what we do matters at all. We all got faith, see? It's just a matter of whether or not we got belief. Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
This guy. Okay. Hold on. Who had the scary story? Franklin's travels, but none of it was scary, but hopefully I can focus on scary parts. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, you could rattle a congregation's bones, I bet. Sadness? No. A preacher ain't allowed to be sad, except for a certain sort of sadness. You understand?
No, I don't.
We have to be salve. We have to lift up the community, challenge injustice.
Everyone's allowed to be sad.
Folks like me can't be sad for ourselves when it's the congregation that really hurts. Well, I gotta get moving on. I have a sermon to give in the morning, and the church is a long night of walking that way.
Well,
Walk
good
like
luck.
you're blessed, child, because even if you ain't, that's the only way you'll find your holy self.
All right. The preacher. Where am I? Okay. Okay, we got a lot of stories done this episode. I think, and we met a lot of people. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this episode off here. We did a lot more done on the East Coast. Obviously, the story in this game is going to take me a long time because of how slow paced everything is. It's a very easygoing game. It's easy to play. It's just kind of a little bit of a pain walking around everywhere, but being able to figure out where I'm going with the compass on the bottom and hitchhiking and stuff like that makes it a lot easier, and also the mechanic where you walk faster if you whistle and stuff. I feel like my energy this episode was very blah and relaxed, and it's not because I'm not into this game, I'm not into the story. I am. I really love this game. It's just I'm like still sleeping or something. I don't even know, but I really just wanted to listen to the story and kind of just relax a little bit, I guess, and it was really fun to meet all these new people and talk to them. I think my favorite was Shaw, but I also really liked the miner guy. What was his name? I really love this game a lot. It's so much fun. It's such a good time. The characters are all really well written. I wasn't a huge fan of the pastor guy just because I felt like he was kind of, I don't know, just the way he was saying things was kind of annoying to me. I don't know why. I did really like Shaw, talking to him. His voice was very soothing. I liked the miner guy. He was just kind of, I don't know, what he was saying was really true about going to work and basically being owned by the company at that point, and you're indebted to them and you have no choice but to work all the time. And a lot of people are focused on, hard, honest work, and it's very admirable. It's definitely a much different time back then, even though obviously people are still hardworking now. I'm not saying that's not a thing anymore. It's just that you didn't really have a choice back then if you wanted to have a life, basically. I mean, you could just be sort of a vagrant, I guess, like my character and like Quinn and like all these different people that we're meeting. But if you want to settle down, raise a family, have a house, in this time era, it was extremely difficult. And back then, I mean, you really had no choice but to work all the time. And even then, I don't think people had any real spending money. It was just enough to get by, and that was about it. I don't know where that tangent came from. Anyway, hopefully next time I'm definitely going to finish Florida, that area, and then work my way back up north on further west. So that way I'll be covering a few more states, which will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to moving out west more and seeing how the map changes and everything. I love that when you move into different sections, the music changes and the menu color changes and all that. And it's just really well done. The transition is very smooth, and it's just such a good game so far. And apparently this game is free right now, as far as I know. So I paid $20, but I'm honestly glad I did, because this company deserves the support. Hopefully they'll make different games like this, and they'll make more games of this caliber and of this type, because there's not a lot of these type of games out there, and I think it's a shame because it's a really underutilized genre of games, just storytelling games where you wander around and meet characters and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. Like I said, sorry if my energy was just blah and just lame in this episode. I feel really bad. I feel like maybe I should make this episode a little shorter because I was just like kind of out of it. I don't know. I don't even know. I hope you guys enjoyed. Nevertheless, if you did, leave a like and subscribe if you're new, because I'd really love to have you stick around, watch me play some video games, enjoy my little family here, because you guys are awesome, and I love you all so much. That's all for me today. I will see you guys in my next episode. Goodbye.